Hello everyone and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator episode 5. Off camera I have done a load of work. I've done about 3-4 different cars. I didn't want to record it all and go through that process just because it would have taken like 10 times longer, so I just did it off camera. And as you can see in the top right corner, we actually have over 5,000 experience points now, and that means that we can get this baby painted and get it out of our workshop because it's been here forever. I need this thing gone, and now we should be able to unlock the paint booth now that we have enough points. So let's wander over here. Upgrade paint, $10,000. Okay, we'll do that. So we now own the paint shop. This process is going to be all new to me, so you'll have to excuse me. Let's go move to paint shop, and I think it said it wanted it done in the normal colour. Oh, we go in there. We actually go in there. Okay, factory colour, $500. Paint car. Look at that. Oh, it's all shiny and new. That does look pretty sweet. Alright, jump back to the garage. And that should, fingers crossed, be every single thing on the list. Thank God for that. We earned nearly 10 grand in that one car. All these things. Big old long list there. All completed. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. It is so good to see that gone and to see both of my lifts now empty. Thank God for that. Alright, let's see what else we can get ourselves into. We have we've got a Salem Flammo, which has got engine power, gearbox problems. Or we have a Salem Kieran, which has got engine problems, braking problems, and body issues. The other two we can't quite get yet because of experience points, but that's fine. I think what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm actually going to do a bit of decorating in my garage, because I've got 2 upgrade points here which I can use, and I'm thinking about changing the floor A or floor B. What's the... oh, I'm guessing this must be floor B. That's floor A. I want to unlock floor A and change the colour of this because I really don't like that blue. Wow, look at that. That's snazzy. I actually quite like that, strange enough, but I like that even more. I think I'm going to go with that. What else shall I do? I don't really like that tape, so maybe we could get rid of that. Let's get that one. What's the choices? Oh wow, red tape, or white tape, blue tape, orange tape, yellow tape. I think we're going to go red tape just because that looks awesome. Next I want to unlock the racks, because this reminds me of like a wrestling arena, like WWE style, so I kind of want to get rid of them. Or the lifters. I don't really like the lifters being blue, but that is awesome for now. What? I love it. That's so cool. Okay, anyway, getting sidetracked here. Let's jump into one of these cars. I think we're going to take the Flammo, or Flamo, however you say it. Okay, so here we go. This is different. I haven't worked on one of these yet, so this is going to be interesting. It looks like a slightly older car. Not really sure what it's supposed to be, but anyway, the wheels are manky. I imagine they're probably on the list to be changed. Other than that, the rest of the body looks okay actually. Okay, let's get it over to one of our lifts. Let's go on the left. I really love that floor. That's awesome. It hurts my eyes a little bit. Okay, let's open up this. Engine power has failed, so obviously it was something quite catastrophic, so maybe that's like a cam belt or something. Knocking noise from the engine bay, 2 parts for that, and some gearbox issues. Alright, so, oh god, the engine looks like it's in a pretty bad way. Almost everything looks like it needs to be changed. Alright, I'm going to get the timing cover off first, just because I feel like that could be our main issue. And let's just take all these accessories and stuff off, all these timing belts and whatnot. Can't see because bloody angle's horrible. Water pump. Take the crankshaft. The idler. That should, yeah, we can take our cover off. Now, the belt looks okay. It's intact anyway. I don't suppose we've actually found our issue yet just by doing that, have we? No. Oh, serpentine belt was one of them. That's not too bad. Gearbox issues. So this is going to be a rear-wheel drive car, isn't it? So let's just get this in the air and get the gearbox one out of the way, because that's fairly simple. Let's just take this drive shaft out, like so. It's so good knowing that that other car, that green Mayen M6, is now gone out of here. That was lingering around like a bad smell. It's horrible having that around. I'm going to need to bring it back down to take the starter out, aren't I? Definitely need to change the colour of these lifts. I'm not too keen on blue. Hopefully they've got some red ones or some black ones. That'd be pretty cool. But once we get to 6000 XP, then we'll unlock it at that point. What was I doing? Start motor, that's it. Take that guy out. We can go back up. Rip that gearbox off and see what we have inside. There we go. Okay, what does it look like? Well, the flywheel is absolutely rusted to hell, so that's probably the issue in here. It's really hard to tell with this car because everything is rusty, literally everything. That's how I usually determine what's wrong, is by the amount of rust it has. This car is full of it. What I might do is drain the oil, just because I think I'm going to have to take the oil pan off at some point, and I don't really want oil going everywhere. Okay, so stick that there. Let's see if we can crack this oil pan bolt loose. How did I miss? I'm sure it's right here. Maybe I was a bit too... Oh, I was way off. Look at that. Awful. Should have been right here. God damn it. Actually, I wasn't that far off. In fact, that's right below it, it looks like. Anyway, never mind. Spillage costs. I'm used to it now. So let's just get that gearbox back together, because we know what's wrong with that, don't we? We need a flywheel for that. Gearbox, flywheel, and put that all back together. Crankshaft pulley also doesn't look too good. What's the percentage we have to get this car back to? 40%. Anything higher than 40% is what all the parts need to be. So we have, these are all okay, just timing cover is just above. These bits are all okay, just about. Again, flywheel, we just bought one of them, that's okay. Was that off this car? Because that's oh yeah, that's the serpentine belt we need to do. I don't know what all this stuff is, because let's just get rid of this, because this wasn't off this car, was it? I haven't taken any components like that off. That. Now I think this is where it starts. This is all this car, so we'll stick with that. Right, flywheel we can have bought. Let's just pull that back together. Can't reach the flywheel all the way down there. Clutch plate, pressure plate, 5 bolts. And gearbox. Sweet. Well, we know that we ain't got to worry about taking that off anymore. So that's all sorted. We just need to stick the drive shaft back on, which is easy enough. 42%, that's literally just over the mark. This car is going to be scrapped, I think, at some point. I don't think it's going to go through another MOT next year. Cool. Right, let's just check our order menu. As you can see, gearbox all done, flywheel. And we're looking for one more knocking noise from the engine, and we're also, I think I'm going to rip the bottom of the engine off and see if what the internals look like, see if we've got any piston issues or anything like that. Let's just take that off. Right, okay. So from first glance, that bearing cap looks a bit far gone. And those pistons don't look much better, but let's just have a look. There we go. So that's our knocking noise. Crankshaft bearing and serpentine belt. But the engine power has failed. That's going to be something more up the top, I think. So let's bring this guy back down. I think we're going to have to rip the top of the engine off, maybe. Or just check this. That's what I'll do. I'll just check the spark plugs quickly. They don't look great. Let's just have a look at them. Yeah, they're all just above, like everything else. They're just above the limit. The intake doesn't look too healthy. The throttle body itself doesn't look too good. I've got a feeling it's going to be something internal. It must be. See, now that looks all okay. Huh. Let's see if my... So that's alright. The engine block is okay. The battery's okay. Engine power has failed. Engine power has failed. I'm just trying to think. What else? I mean, an air filter isn't going to damage that, is it? It's not going to make the engine fail. Dirty air filter. Let's just check it. I don't know. I mean, it's not looking good, but I doubt that's the... Wow, it was right. Apparently, an air filter can stop your engine. I mean, it would have to be really bad, surely. Okay, well, in that case, that was a lucky guess. But let's just open our inventory and see what we need. So we need a crankshaft bearing. Already got a flywheel, that's already installed. Serpentine belt for a single overhead cam. We need a air filter and a crankshaft bearing cap. Okay. I've forgotten already. So it's going to be under engine. We need air filter. We need a crank. That's a cam. Crankshaft bearing cap, and we need a serpentine belt for a single overhead cam, which is this one. Yes. Cool. Right. Let's go ahead and put that back together. I quite enjoy this car because it's more of a challenge than the others. The things that are wrong with it seem to stick out like a sore thumb, whereas on this one, it really does test your ability to diagnose things, because you just can't tell what's rusty, what isn't. It all just looks exactly the same. Okay. Idler. Crankshaft. Let's put the air filter back in. That cover. And all the clips that go and hold it on. I apologise if you can hear my mouse. I really need to buy a mouse mat. My mouse is really loud when it hits onto my desk. So I might need to invest in a mouse mat just to keep that noise down a little bit. Water pump. All good. Might as well get that starter motor back in there while we're here. And I think... Oh yeah, throttle body. I think we're all good from... Oh yeah, obviously our serpentine belts. Right. Think. That's my thought process. That's all done. Bottom of the engine. I need to put all the oil pan back in. We need that. We've got that cam bearing to put in, and then we need to fill the engine with oil, and we should, from then on, be all gravy. Right, bearing cap. There we go. Oil pan. Just the 4 bolts on that. Cool. And then Let's fill this baby up with oil and we should be able to send it on its way. Oil cap. Put in about... I notice once it stops, if you give it another like few seconds like that, it's usually about right on the oil level. Let's just check our dipstick quickly. Yeah, it's just like just below max, sorry, is about where we want it. Cool, right. I think we're all good. Tick tick tick, all done, all done, all done. 1,000 made from that job. Oh, hang on, ignition wires we forgot. Silly me. Oh, we forgot to put our spark plugs back in as well. The customer would not have been happy with that. There's little things like that that you just forget, because you get the main jobs done and then you just completely forget about the little bits and pieces that you took off. Right, there we go, out the door. Goodbye. Right, I'm pretty happy with that. We actually managed to earn like 300 experience just from that one job. That's pretty cool. Our balance is 22222. That's awesome. Right, I'm going to leave that again as one episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you're happy to see that green Mayen M6 thing disappear, just like I am, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment. If there's any particular jobs you want to see me do, make sure you let me know what they are. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.